Okay, a preliminary video and some good news. Oops, did I just hit my camera again? Okay. Now, I was worried that I could not use the Walksnail with this older controller. So I looked through my addresses in my Gmail and I'm like, you know what, I remember I had a number for that, or an email address. And I was like, I'm going to just, copy and paste something, because I saw some in addition to their end of life, because that's what this is, it's end of life flight controllers. Maybe you can get a good view. It's a great little flight controller, but it's an F411. The UARTs are not enough, they say, so okay, whatever. So I asked them if there was any software that would maybe give me another UART. Well, there's not another UART, but there's another soft serial, and I was like, oh. So I can move the Japanese, I was about to say. Move the GPS, okay, from UART 1 to a soft serial, which is on the, what's called, I think it's, what is that? Is that the LT1 pad? I can't remember. LT1 pad and the LED. So there's a software for this 411 chip, because they made many flight controllers around it. So I can do that. So now I could have a full OSD. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great. Because I really didn't want to buy another board. You got this stuff laying around. You might as well use it. When I updated the firmware on this thing, it was a quad. And I'm like, I can't even remember I can't even remember the quad that I had it in. So anyways, I took the grommets out, of course, and then I soldered everything, and I have new wires, and I had to move also. I had something wrong, and the Express ELRS are soldered the same way the Crossfire is, because I guess it's based off of, the design is based off of TBS Crossfire. I've talked to that guy, Trappy, guy that's got all of the RC community pissed off because he flew a drone right after, not long after 9/11 down in Brooklyn, and oh man, everybody was PO'd. So anyways, I had the RX line on the wrong one. I had it on the S bus, okay, the serial, and because I read it and it said that you have to have no features enabled when you're running Crossfire. So that's it. So that's on UART 2, transmit and receive. Okay, so there we go. So it's going to work. And I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. So I can utilize it. It's awesome. There are smaller flight controllers, but I don't have a target for them. One's made, it's made by Happy Model, and it's really small, and it would be perfect for this. But to get a target made, can I make a target myself? Maybe I can pay somebody? I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't know any code. I don't know how to do any of that. So anyways, I can run everything. I can run my compass. Oh, and I did. I wired my compass. Got my compass wired. Okay. Here it is. It's mounted with, this is the top. Arrow goes to the front, and the X always goes to the right, and the Z is considered to be the axis that's above, which is kind of cool. Okay, and so I will take pictures and insert that into this. So we're good there. So that's great news, great news. Okay, now what I've done is the flight controller, like I said, is sitting a little bit low in the back, so I had a couple of, oh, did I lose it? No, I did. I got a couple of, maybe I can, smaller plastic washers, oh there it is, and to put on the back, and if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna, okay, if you see how these are, there's a big part of it there. I'm just going to flip it because it's a little bit too low. It's like this. So the back needs to be higher. So I need to, it's this way. So I need to raise it in the back. So I'll leave that, and then I'll take the front and I'll just flip these grommets over, because it's just basically a press fit. And once it's installed, I'm going to put a drop of glue, which will not stick to this silicone. The glue that I make does not stick to it, which is good, because then it'll have like a little ball on top, and then it'll hold everything in nice and good, and you can still remove it, because the idea is to remove things. Be able to have things accessible. Don't just go and solder things in and all that, you know, and do that. I still have to figure where, you know, this is still pending, you know, floating, and just needs a piece of Velcro. I did do a small, like I said, a small weight and balance, or balance on it, not weight. And I got to get my scale out and see what it's weighing. And it is tail or nose heavy, which is actually, it's better nose heavy than tail heavy. It is, believe it or not. So, like I said, I may cut, I might as well cut 2 more of these. Okay, 2 more of these. Okay, fins. And I'm going to place them probably right here, because it'll just be that much more stable. Plus, it'll lift up the tail off the ground when it hits whatever. And it'll decrease this gap, because in aerodynamics class, gaps are not good. Okay, that's turbulence. And yes, it'll, like I said, it'll raise that off. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so everything is coming out rather well. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this now. And another thing, Bardwell just did a video, and he's dicking with iNav now, probably looking for content for his channel, because he's got a bazillion things, and he's probably like, well, what do I do now? You know, that's what happened. I'm not monetizing anything. I don't care. You know, I don't need money from this. It's just information. You know, 40, 50 years of building models. That's all, you know. So anyways, I'm considering, and now that I'm thinking about it, it might not have been a good idea that I put these wires in here, because maybe they needed to be a little bit longer. Being that the GPS, of course, is over here underneath the black plate. There's some, yeah, have to sand that a little bit, because I don't like it. I may put the compass away. They said do not put it anywhere near an electronic source. So if I put it up in the canopy in the top near the Walksnail, what's going to happen? So now that I think about it, it needs to go someplace else. So I'm considering embedding it over here. Okay? And getting it away from any power source, especially the ESC. Okay? Now you can go without it, and Bardwell's got a really great video about the. It just came out like last week. Sometimes really great video about his findings, and I learned something, and you know that it was really cool because he's right. I've had trouble with compasses in the past, and I never thought that it had something to do with EMF coming off the equipment. I know that it affected the GPS, but I just duh. Okay, because it's an electromagnetic field, man. You know, you did the experiment when you were a kid with the nail and battery voltage make a magnet. Okay, so basically that's it for now, and then I'm going to do a little bit of work on it probably tonight, and then I'll come back with some more video, and that'll be it. Now these are the little bracelet thingies. Like I said, they're going to be what's going to be holding the battery in, but I haven't decided where to put them yet, because I have to sync one back here, and it's going to be very close to the back of the board. And so, because I got to keep the battery from shifting. The battery cannot shift. Okay, that's why I sunk it down and gave it a place. It's kind of slotted. It cannot shift. So one of these is going to be sunk somewhere around here, and then another one at the very front. But I'm worried about, because of the camera placement, because the camera is going to go in the canopy, and I got to be very careful about where it falls here in front of the battery. Then it's just going to be a elastic band that's going to go fore and aft. That's it. Okay, and then basically after that, you know, be pretty much ready to. No, I'm not ready to start configuring yet. I still have a lot to do. So, but anyways, that is the progress for now. And it's coming out very well. And I just seen somebody else's video come up in my feed, which what they're doing is very limited compared to this, but oh well.